Hey y'all, welcome to the last episode of season 2 of Niah'S Favorites, everybody. This is officially the ending of the season, so I hope y'all enjoyed it, and yeah, season 3 starts tomorrow after this episode drops. So let's see what we're gonna get today for the last time. I hope Darnell wins, and hopefully he's not robbed like Proto Man was. The camera opens on the clearing. Shadow stands silently, arms crossed, Garfield watching him carefully. After a long pause, Shadow exhales, saying, "Bring them back." Garfield smirks, saying, "Took you long enough." Why are you making fun of this dude? Anyway, eliminated contestants returned. One by one, the eliminated contestants walk back in, except for Matt, who's still locked in the confessional. Everyone gathers behind a marked circle. Shadow says you will stand behind the person who you want to win. Garfield whispering, "Try not to start a war this time." Shadow glares while Garfield shrugs. The three stepped forward. Jewel sparkles, nervous but determined. Grumpy Bear, arms crossed, confident. Darnell, clearly overwhelmed but trying. And then, at first nobody moves. Then, one contestant walks behind her, then another. Soon a small but supportive group forms. They believe she stayed kind, she survived despite being targeted, and she never gave up. Joel tears up slightly, saying thank you. And then a chunk of contestants go straight to him. Grumpy Bear smirks. They respect his control, his strat, and his intimidation. He says, "Obviously." This is the most awkward one. A few contestants hesitate, but some walk behind him. They see his struggle, his growth, his fear, but also effort. Darnell looks back surprised, saying, "You guys picked me." And then Garfield says, "Dang, this was kinda close." Shadow stays silent, watching Darnell closely. And then the confessional booth, Matt's pacing, saying, "This is so stupid." Bang! The door doesn't budge, saying, "Okay." He saw his running a hand through his hair. What? Matt doesn't have hair. Are you talking about his beard? Outside the door, Shaggy leans against the door exactly how you described. Oh. Arms crossed, one leg up on the door, completely chill. Oswald's just standing there, menacingly, smiling awkwardly, saying, "So, do we just wait?" Shaggy says, "Yup." Matt's turning point. Matt hears them. He says, "Shaggy." No response. "You're out there, aren't you?" Shaggy stays quiet. Matt exhales. "Look, I know I messed up." Silence. "I didn't mean to snap at you like that." Shaggy raises an eyebrow. The Rock? But still doesn't move. Matt continues, "I was just mad and I just took it out on the wrong people, including you." Oswald looks at Shaggy like that. Matt quietly says, "You didn't deserve that, so I'm sorry." Shaggy slowly lowers his leg from the door, saying, "Took you long enough?" Shaggy. Oh my God. He clogged Matt right there. Bro said, "How long did it take you to figure that out?" Oswald smiles big. Yeah. Yeah, Shaggy clocked him right there. Ain't no debate. And Shaggy, Shaggy, you were robbed. I'm bringing you back in season 3. I'm so sorry. Shaggy opens the door creaks open. Matt steps out expecting tension, but instead Shaggy shrugs, saying, "Don't do it again." Matt nods, saying, "Yeah." Oswald steps in. Matt says, "I know who you are." Oswald says, "Okay, still nice to meet you." Matt actually gives out a small laugh. And then Garfield says he's alive. Pro Man looks relieved. Shadow watches closely, but doesn't say anything. This is it. No teams, no alliances, just you 3. Your challenge is to survive and adapt and prove you deserve to win. Darnell, please win. Jules says, "I can do this." Grumpy Bear says, "I've already won." Darnell says, "I just don't want to mess up again." Darnell, win this season for me, please. Do not get robbed like Pro Man did. He got 3rd. Don't do this to me. Jules standing with her supporters. Darnell looks nervous but determined, and Grumpy Bear cracks his knuckles casually. Matt solemnly watching Shaggy and Oswald are chilling together, and Shadow standing beside Pro Man. And then write me the final challenge and the winner. Please be Darnell. Please. He was so funny this season. Okay. Shadow says, "Choose wisely, you won't get a second chance." Jewel hesitates, then focuses. She grabs rope, tarp, and a small food pack. She skips heavier tools, saying, "I don't need everything, just the right things." Grumpy Bear, he goes all out. Huge all supplies, tools, extra rope, extra everything. More supplies equals more power. He barely carries it all. Bro, what's Darnell left with? He panics, grabs random stuff, too much rope, no food, 1 tool. Yeah, 'cause Grumpy Bear took it all. What? He says, "Wait, was I supposed to?" He runs out of time. 'Cause, once again, Grumpy Bear took all of it because he's a hoarder. Oh. They must build a shelter and endure wind machines, fake rain, and cold night simulation. What? Jules' setup works perfectly. Tight tarp, stable structure. She shivers but pushes through, saying, "I've come too far." Grumpy Bear's setup backfires. Too heavy, collapses partially. He says, "Are you kidding me?" And he spends time fixing it instead of enduring. Serves you right for trying to take all the stuff. Darnell, his structure is bad, like really bad. I don't like that. It collapses halfway through. He just sits there in the rain simulation saying, "Yeah, that tracks," but doesn't quit. Shadow points to a mountain cliff. At the top is the finish. First one there wins. Darnell, please win. The final race, Grumpy Bear, he takes off fast, pure aggression, saying, "I'm not losing." Jules, she keeps a steady pace, focused but determined. You don't always have to be the strongest, just don't stop. Darnell struggles, trips once, almost gives up. He looks back at everyone watching him, Matt, Shaggy, even Shadow, saying, "Okay." He keeps going. The final part is steep, loose rocks, slippery ground. Grumpy Bear, he rushes ahead, slips, saying, "What?" He catches himself but loses his lead. Jules, she carefully climbs, slow but consistent. Darnell, he sees Grumpy slip. He freezes for a second, then he chooses a different path, smarter and safer. All 3 are neck and neck. Grumpy Bear tries to brute force it, Jewel keeps it steady. Darnell takes a risk, a small jump to a higher ledge. Darnell! Yes! That's my boy! That's my boy! That's my boy! Yeah! Let's go! My boy won! Let's go! Oh, that's the best day of my life! That's the best day of my life! Let's go! My boy won the season! Let's go! Shadow won season 1 and Darnell won season 2. W. Darnell was my favorite villain. He was so funny, bro. Like, he was my comedy relief. He deserves this. He was my winner pick. He pulls himself up and hits the finish line first. Silence then Garfield says, wait, he won. Darnell, he just stands there. Breathing heavy saying, I did. Grumpy Bird says, are you serious? He slams the ground, dang, saying, I dominated this whole game. Yeah, Grumpy Bear is rage baited right now. He pulled that astral speed energy. Jewel, she smiles softly saying, you earned it. Shadow walks up, looks Darnell in the eyes. You didn't win because you were the strongest, you won because you didn't give up. He places the victory token in his hand. Darnell, you are the winner. Darnell, he's tearing up. Oh, I thought I was gonna mess everything up. Grumpy Bear's still mad but quiet now, saying, Jewel claps first, then others join. Matt says didn't expect that, but he smirks, saying good for him. Oswald says, yay! Shaggy says guess the quiet guy had it in him. Promo Man looks proud. Shadow stands beside him, saying told you. Promo Man smiles slightly. Darnell holds the prize off. Jewel smiles beside him and Grumpy Bear walks off frustrated. And that's it. So, based on this, I think I know what happened. Grumpy Bear got third place, surprisingly. I thought he was gonna get second, and he was scaring me because he got all the most stuff, so I thought he was gonna win, and I was getting scared. So, he got third after all the stuff he did, from wiping out 7 people in this game to getting third place out of all that is crazy. Jewel smiles beside him and Darnell holds it. So, Jewel got second and Darnell won. That's crazy. I actually thought Jewel was gonna get third, but yeah, this was it for season 2. See y'all tomorrow for the first episode of season